Following a horrific accident along the Dora Public Road, Soesdyke Linden Highway on Sunday, which claimed the life of her husband, Amanda Alt is pleading with the relevant authorities to furnish the stretch with streetlights to avoid such grave occurrences.
While going there is extremely bad, and they need to put more streetlight there.
In an interview with Nightly News, the newly widowed woman said that her husband's untimely death also highlighted the immediate need for medical facilities to be available and accessible in these far-flung areas. She expressed that many lives could be saved as a result.
Somebody got injured, the dead before was forever rich to come and collect. Leave the ambulance so because it's too far. So they need to put up street lights. They also need to do the road because the road is very rough. And they need some medical facility that in situation like this, this mustn't be the end.
Minibus driver Mark Alt died in a 3-vehicle smash-up along the Soesdyke Linden Highway on Sunday. The 48-year-old of Republic Drive, Betterferwachten, East Coast, Demerara, operated as a newspaper vendor for the past decade. He was plying his trade when tragedy struck. According to police, a hire car driven by 51-year-old Lyndon Lamizon ended up into the path of the minibus owned and driven by Mark Alt. As a result of the collision, the minibus lost control and then collided with another car. The occupants of both motor cars received several injuries about their bodies. While the police said that Alt was picked up in an unconscious condition and taken to the Mackenzie Public Hospital, where he was seen and examined by a doctor on duty and pronounced dead on arrival, his wife claimed that he was never rendered any medical assistance, but his body was taken straight to the mortuary. On receiving news of the accident, the woman said she left her home headed for the scene. Not sure exactly what had transpired and the extent of her husband's injuries, she stopped at the hospital and then a police station along the way. Amanda claimed that the police broke the news of her husband's death to her in the crudest way possible.
So I said the ambulance left and gone for them or anything. The man said, no, they don't think an ambulance is needed. A horse is more needed. I said, a horse? I said, why? He said, because that man had died. I said, so? He said, paper man. Well,
trying to make sense of the sudden tragedy that has befallen her family, Miss Alt said that her husband worked in the wee hours of the morning. She surmised that the recent flooding may have stymied his efforts to make it back home in time. According to police, the accident occurred at 8:30 on Sunday night. Miss Alt spent the last 27 years with the deceased, with whom she has 4 children. She maintained that her husband was a safe driver. Fighting to hold back tears, Amanda expressed hope that the person responsible for her family's pain is held responsible.
I need a deal. I need the police to deal with it. I need the police to deal because I know my husband is a careful driver and he drives Linden and he knows the road.
Amel Griffith for the HGP Nightly News.